my name is McKenzie Wilkes. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am playing Astrid Elvëa, the wild elf ranger scout.
So.
I'm nervous.
All right. Well, don't worry, you'll be fine. Pretend nothing's here.
Oh gosh, okay.
So, your character's name is Astrid.
Astrid, yeah.
Astrid is how old?
I think the equivalent of like 18.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been living in this village pretty much all your life, right? Describe the village to me.
It's very small. It's very guarded. It's full of elves. It's an all elvish village. It's quaint. It's a farming village, I think. A lot of farmers. My home is sort of a little walk north of it, a little further away, so we're removed from the village itself.
So in the isolated village, you're just a little bit more isolated.
Yeah, it's like we're a little more, yes, for sure.
Nice. How do the villagers see you all in general, your family?
Better now, because I was not very accepted. Younger, I look a little strange, and I wasn't. They didn't really know where I came from. 2 male elves can't biologically have a baby, so I kind of just popped up. And I don't even know how, speaking of it. But, yes, after my feats of protection on the town, I think they view us a lot more positively now.
Excellent. Actually,
Yeah.
in this world, 2 male elves could biologically have a child. Because how elves reproduce in this world, when the elves were born, the god of plants was born and birthed elves along with them and in the first forest of the ironwood trees. So every single elf, when they wish to have an elf child, goes and finds an ironwood tree, lays down before it, and sleeps and dreams of their child. And if the forest decides to give them a child, they are given a child. It could be 1 elf, it could be 2 elves, it could be 3 elves.
That sounds like something that parents like tell their kids, like,
Right,
and
yeah.
then the stork comes and
Right.
drops it on the elf's stomach, and the elf has a baby now.
That's how babies work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In this world, it actually happens.
That's actually how it happens. Okay.
So every elf
Well, I
would
take back
have
what I said.
a birth tree somewhere except for you.
Yeah, let's say.
And they would keep that a secret. They would, of
Okay.
course,
Oh,
not let
for
anyone know
sure.
that, because that's would be weird, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's say today you are with one of your fathers, how's it again? Alvaron?
Alvrin, I think. Alvaron.
Alvrin.
I just spelled it. I didn't even think about how it would be pronounced, really.
Perfect.
So.
Alvrin. And Alvrin and you are outside of the village, near the feet of these mountain ranges that are at the northern part of the Commonwealth of Vale. And you are kind of like, you can hear the ocean crashing, can't quite see it, and you're just, going through the forest and on a hunt. So just you and your dad with bows,
Me and Dad.
basically. Yeah, exactly. What would you be hunting for in these areas? Deer or
I assume.
rabbits?
With deer, I assume be prevalent. Deer and elk be prevalent. Probably elk. I
Yeah.
feel like in more like tundra, snowy area,
Absolutely.
for sure. Like elk.
If it's a little bit more open, maybe a moose, and bagging a moose would be great. It would feed
Yeah.
people
Oh my
for
gosh.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Right?
a moose would be baller.
I would like you to roll perception as you're walking along.
I'm good at that. Natural 20 plus 5.
Okay, so as you're walking along, you stop.
My
and
eyes
you-
pop out of my head.
Exactly. You see a set of footprints that you know is less than half an hour old. You see where a moose has definitely rubbed up against a tree, and you have a tuft of hair, and you know the exact direction it's gone, and you know it was here less than an hour ago.
I do that little slap thing and go, Father, look at this, look.
And he kind of looks, and you kind of lead him along, and he looks at everything, and he just looks at you and nods. And there's this, very, parental look of, man, I am proud of her,
Yeah, she smiles.
And so he steps back and lets you take the lead, and he starts following you.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure.
Okay. I don't run forward, but I start making my way.
Yeah, right. So you guys start following
Yeah,
the
sneaky.
trail.
I'll sneaky type.
Roll me a stealth.
Oh, I'm actually really good at that.
You got a natural 20, so your dad's on it.
9 plus 6, so 15.
Great. So
Yeah, Dad disappears.
right, yeah, Dad just vanishes. So your footfalls are quiet. They're crunching through the snow, but you're being very delicate. You're kind of even once in a while finding the moose's footprints and stepping inside those to be even quieter. And your dad is just stepping directly inside yours. Like you have to keep looking back to make sure he's there because he's so quiet. And then about 20 minutes later, you get to a clearing. And in the middle of the clearing is this moose, and it's kind of dug through the snow a bit and is pulling up big mouthfuls of some brush that was buried just beneath the snow line. And beyond it is a thick grove of trees, which you could easily lose it in.
Well, longbow I can shoot from pretty far away. So if I'm within, I think it's like 90 feet. No, 150 feet, yeah.
You can
if I'm within
hit
150 feet,
Yeah.
I'll very quietly get up my longbow and take a shot.
So imagine if he's right here, and then to either side of him are these big mounds of snow, one on each side. And you can just get him in the middle.
It's like he's framed for me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll take a shot.
All right. So you kind of look back at your dad. Your dad nods. You pull out the bow real quietly, lift it up, roll to hit.
Okay. Oh, jinkies. Oh, 8 plus 6, so 14.
14's going to hit a moose. Yep.
Thank God for plus 6
Right.
everywhere.
So the arrow flies out, digs deep into its flank, right above its shoulder. I would like you to roll damage.
Yes. That's gonna be 10 damage.
Nice. So it yells out a cry and begins to run, and then just 2 arrows sail right past your head. One misses, the other one sinks into almost exactly where you shot yours, and you hear it go down just beyond this mound boulder, you're guessing, right past it. And it's quiet.
Dad's a badass.
He's been training for a while, yeah.
I turn to him and kind of get the approval to maybe move forward.
He kind of moves close to you, and you both start advancing. You're kind of walking around, and you get around the edge of this boulder, and you see it lying on its side. Its neck is kind of contorted, and its hot breath is, steaming out. So it's not quite dead yet, but it's mortally wounded.
Yeah. Oh,
and
no.
You hear a shink, and your dad hands you his knife.
Oh. I have to do this.
You took the first shot.
But you took the last one, so you're the one that really killed it.
You want a rock, paper, scissors fault?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
It's yours, my child.
You always win at that. You're
I'm
psychic.
quite good. Well, I know you.
I know you do. I
I
never go paper. Why do I never go paper?
Can't believe we just rock, paper, scissors for that. That was great.
I take it. It's hard.
Roll me an animal handling.
Yeah, I want to try to comfort it and ease it through this really shitty thing. That's gonna be a 14 plus 5, so 19.
Describe how you do this.
I want to sort of are his eyes open?
Yes, wide open.
Can I sort of pet it and brush it and kiss it sort of on its cheek and try to make its eyes close a little bit and comfort it?
They flutter a little bit, and you're definitely calming it, and it seems to like it lolls its head to the side, almost like into your lap, clearly exposing its neck, almost as if it's saying, "Go ahead, end this."
Yeah, and I once it seems calm and its breath evens a bit, I will do so.
Excellent. You just one quick pull. You're very skilled at this, and you feel the whole creature go limp inside your arms. And your dad walks up behind you and places a gentle fatherly hand on your shoulder and says, "Well done, dear. This will feed the village for a week. They will celebrate this."
Does it feel easier ever?
It's never easy, and it shouldn't be easy. If killing becomes easy, it is because your soul has left you. This is always difficult, and it always must be honored. This creature has given its life for us. That is something we should value. It should never be easy.
That's good. Then I'm doing okay.
Absolutely. Now listen, go ahead and just do a circle. Make sure there's no one else here, and I'll start cutting it up.
Absolutely, Father.
Excellent. So he gets out a bigger knife, and he
has a bag of holding with just knives in it.
Just knife. And he starts going at it, and you kind of make a little circle around. I'd like you to roll perception.
Okay. Oh, 3 + 5 is 8.
Okay, you're kind of lost in your own thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Yeah, and it is a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
It is bright and clear, and it's that kind of like mid-September. Well, it's not really September. It is the month of Pelon, but it's basically late September, right? And it's just this crispness where you are, this cool crispness, and you can just feel the wind coming down off the mountains, howling a bit, and it's just a great day to be out with your dad.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's like this, like when the wind hits, there's like this like snowfall off the branches. And,
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're just walking around for a while, and you hear a howl after a few minutes. Just this lone wolf somewhere up in the mountains.
Does it sound angry or like it's...
No, it just sounds like a wolf call. Like if they almost, you never really understand the wolves, of course, but you kind of imagine that it's when they're talking to each other. Like, hey, I'm here.
How far away does it seem?
Definitely up the mountains, maybe half a mile. I mean, it could be far because their voices carry very far, and the valley is generally open.
Yeah. Can I see my father from where I am?
Yeah, so the circle that you're making is around the clearing. So you keep like passing these boulders, right? And you keep like, you'll see him, and then he'll be behind a boulder, and then you'll see him again, and that's basically what you're seeing.
Does he seem like he's like has a good like bit of time of work to do? Like
he's got probably 30 minutes of cutting and
so
slashing
I have
and
time
hacking.
to go look at a wolf and just look at it?
Yeah, totally.
I love the animals. I want to just go look at them and see
Absolutely.
what they're doing.
Absolutely. Okay, so do you want to start climbing
I'll try to
the
sneak
edge
away
of the...
while Dad's preoccupied. Yeah.
I would like you to roll a wilderness.
Survival or
Survival, yes. That's a 5. Damn it, I never get away from that.
7 + 3, it's a 10.
10. Okay, so you're looking for a way to get up the easiest way, and you think you found it where there's kind of like, it's not really a path, but if you kind of zigzag a bit, you should be able to climb up as long as you're careful. And it's a little icy and snowy, so, you know, you're like, but it should work out.
Yeah.
All right, then I would like you to roll an athletics.
I'm so not strong. That's a 10.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so you start climbing and you're working your way up, and you get about maybe 50 or 60 feet up, and your foot just slips.
Oh, no.
So I need a reflex save.
Yeah. Okay. That's going to be a 23.
Yeah, that's going to work.
Yeah.
So boom, you're just on it. You pull yourself back up, and you just keep climbing. So give me one more athletics.
I'm literally -1 in the 6.
Okay. You're having trouble getting further. You're not making as much ground as you want to make, but you're only about 20 feet from this one ledge. So give me one more.
Athletics or...
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
Okay.
Jinkies.
You get to it. You put your fingers up at the top, and then you begin to slide. So I need a reflex save.
That's 18.
All right. But you're able to find a foothold.
Yeah.
You climb, and boom, you're finally on this like ledge area. You just...
Yeah, that was strenuous.
Yeah. I mean, you've only got about 100 feet, but it was really hard, right?
Yeah, I'm not... I have my little like limp noodle arms. I'm not very strong.
Quick. Not strong.
Yes.
Fair enough. And you hear the howl again. And it's like from around, like where the ledge is, there's definitely a little path. And if you follow the path around, you believe that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, I'll go towards that. I'll try to like... I'm not like trying to hide from it, but I am trying to be respectful of distance. So I don't want to like alarm it, because I think she just wants to look at it and just see what's up. Like, I think she just likes looking at the animals.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you make your way around. It takes about 15 minutes, and you kind of get to there's like this little edge where you feel like if you looked around it, that's where the wolf would be.
Oh, I'll do it.
All right. So you look around, and there's nothing. It's just this another clearing in front of you filled with snow.
Well, that was disappointing. Do I hear anything? Do I see any birds, any other animals?
Nothing. It's silent up here.
This is boring. And then she turns back around.
As you turn back, okay, so as you're beginning to turn back around, you notice that the moon is beginning to peek out, and it's like that kind of moon that's so bright it's being seen during the day.
Yeah.
Right. So the moon is beginning to peek out around the edge, and it just kind of like gently slides out from the edge of the mountain. And as it does, you notice that one of the mounds of snow that's in front of you is in the shape of a wolf. Just like someone built a snowman wolf.
Like a wolf man, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
That's strange. I'm gonna walk up and like poke it.
Okay. So you walk up and you turn to poke it, and the head turns towards you, and the eyes flare this purple and pink rolling energy.
Jump back, pull swords out, like ready to.
There's a howl, and the thing just collapses into snow.
What the hell is happening on this mountain?
Perception.
10.
You hear a growl somewhere from the valley, a loud, guttural, screeching horror that you've never heard before. And then you hear your dad shouting your name.
Nope, running back, so quick, so quick.
Okay.
Jumping off 100-foot mountain if I have to.
Exactly.
Literally.
I would like you to roll an acrobatics as you're going down the mountain.
That's gonna be 15.
Okay, so you're finding footholds. You're running down. It's taking longer than you want. You are so frustrated with how long this is taking, but you finally get out into the clearing. You burst through like the edge of some trees. The branches are smashing you in the face, and you don't care. And there is your dad. Your dad has one arm down. You can see a claw mark into his arm. You can see blood dripping and hitting the snow. And one of these mounds has moved, and it's it's a Yeti. Pardon me. A Yeti has emerged. It's got a claw deep into the moose, and your dad just has like one sword out trying to fend it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna like flip my swords around and just run and just like double sword slam into this dude.
Roll to attack.
Yeah. 2 attacks or just 1 attack?
Roll 1 attack. Sorry, roll 2 attack, not
okay.
2 attacks.
That's good. 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you run up and you slam them down, but you just can't get through the hide as it turns around and kind of knocks you onto your back, but you've distracted it for a moment. Your dad, unfortunately, he swipes at it too, but he's just, and he has to kind of fall back as you can see the blood continuing to pour out of his arm.
And I yell at him, I say, "Run, father, run, run!"
There's no way he's going to run while his daughter's in danger.
But he's stupid.
The Yeti backhands him, sends him about 10 feet, and you just see his eyes roll back like it's almost in slow motion, and boom, he's on the ground unconscious.
Does it look like he's like bleeding out, or does he look
He's
like...
still bleeding, but I mean, you don't feel like he's dead. You feel like he could still be helped.
Cool. This is a large thing, right?
Oh, a Yeti's about 8 or 9 feet tall. All white fur with like a blue exposed belly. Yeah.
And so it's like me, Yeti, dad.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try to run and like slide through this thing's legs and like slice it as I'm running to get to dad.
All right. First, I want you to roll a acrobatics.
I'm like a superhero. Oh, jinkies, that is not good. That's 6.
Okay, so you go to slide through its legs and just boom, hit its right foot, and now you're directly underneath it, so you can still attack.
Yeah, I'm like,
there you go.
Oh no. That's 17.
That's definitely gonna hit. So roll damage for both of them.
Cool.
Yeah.
7 plus just 1 modifier because I don't have dual with me. So that's 11 damage.
Nice. So as you sink your blades in and it turns, you can see where your dad or someone, but probably your dad, has already cut it several times across the chest. So this thing is wounded. And as you sink your blades into its knee, the leg buckles. It almost comes down on top of you, but you're able to clamber your way out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do next?
Get to Dad.
Okay, so you run over to him. All right. He's out cold, but he's still breathing. And this thing roars and is like climbing back up onto its feet behind you with its eyes locked on you.
I'm gonna run at it and sort of try to like do one of these moves into its throat, maybe, and try to like scissor its like head off. I guess.
Fair enough. Okay, roll to hit.
I don't know why I'm being so creative with all. Oh my jinkies! It's 11.
11. So you go to get its neck, and like boom, the giant hands just clamp around yours, and it lifts you up into the air and begins to pull your hands to either side, and you just feel like it's just gonna rip them right out of your sockets. And then you hear a howl, and it's loud this time. And on that second boulder, you see this wolf, pure white, dazzling in the light of day, almost glimmering like stone wood. And this thing leaps, lands on the creature's back, and sinks fangs deep into its neck. It howls and lets go of you, and it's exposed in front of you. Roll to hit if you wish to.
Obviously I wish to. That's going to be a 19.
That's going to hit. You got the neck wide open. You sink both blades into it. Roll me damage.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be 12 damage.
All right. That's enough. You sink into the back. The wolf's biting onto you sink into its neck in the front. The wolf's biting onto the back. You see the creature's eyes roll back. It drops to its knees and slumps off to the side, and the wolf kind of leaps off it and circles for a moment and then walks right up to you. And this is a large wolf. Like, it's not dire wolf size, and wolves are pretty big, but this is a big wolf, and it just sits in front of you. Doesn't say anything. Well, doesn't say anything, but doesn't make any noise. Hello, I'm a wolf.
Hello, I'm a wolf. Nice to meet you.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? And just looks right into your eyes. And its eyes are this, like, weird pale lavender.
I love her. I say, hello, friend.
And the wolf kind of cocks a head and leans in a little bit towards you. Kind of like it's offering itself, like for pets.
Oh, I was
you know what I mean?
Timid pet.
As soon as your hand touches it, you're transported. Not literally, but in your mind's eye, you're suddenly on the very top of these mountains, clear above the ocean, clear above your village, and it is a night sky rolling above you. Every single star is as bright and beautiful as the sun, and this light shines upon you, and you feel a warmth that you've never felt before, and a love and an energy that you've never felt before. And in front of you is this wolf, but it's a constellation of a wolf. It's just stars in the shape of a wolf.
Who are you?
I am your guide.
That's creepy. Why did you bring me here?
I did not bring you here, for we are nowhere. We are within the mind's eye. We are within your divinity. I am nothing. You called me.
He isn't actually with his paws, but you know what I
mean? She says, I didn't call anybody. I did not call anybody.
Your birth called me. The star that bore you bore me.
We're siblings?
In a way, I am more a part of you, an extension.
This is very strange.
And the wolf nods and kind of like walks around you, and its tail kind of wraps around you, and you feel enveloped in these stars, and it rests its head against your chest and looks up.
All you must know is that I shall never leave you, and you shall never be alone. Your journey will be a sad one, but I will be here to make it easier. But for now, you must sleep.
And the wolf licks your cheek, and boom, you're back where you are. You're kneeling in front of your father, and the wolf is nowhere to be seen.
How's Dad?
bleeding and still unconscious.
Can I try to I don't have like a healing
Yeah.
anything. Can I try
There's
to like
a
wrap?
medicine. You can roll medicine. Totally.
I'm gonna roll like a 1 and kill him. What an origin story. Oh, that's an 8.
So, I mean, you're able to, like, you kind of pack some
Like,
snow into the wound and, like, wrap it up. I mean, he's not going to bleed out, but he's not well, and you've got to get him home.
yeah, I'll try to hoist him up, and I mean, I probably can't carry him, but I can at least one arm him.
As you dig your fingers under him to try and hoist him up, you feel warmth, and the wolf rises from underneath him.
What?
And your dad's splayed across his back, and this wolf looks at you. Now it's a normal wolf again, as normal as it can be.
Yeah.
All white
Average
with
wolf.
these lavender eyes, and the wolf kind of like nods towards like your dad's pack, and your dad's got rope and other things in his pack.
Yeah, I'll tie Dad onto the.
The wolf
Wolf.
just stands there and lets you do that. And then the wolf nods, and like you just feel like you should lead him. Her. I'm sorry. You feel like you should lead
It
her.
could be either.
I like it bigger. Her.
Okay.
Yeah. You feel that you should lead her, and she seems to want to follow. And you don't understand what the wolf is saying, but you kind of understand what it's feeling.
Okay. What is she feeling?
Like a bond, like sisterhood, like family, and concern over your father.
Yeah, I'll kind of pet the scruff between her ears and lead back home.
Excellent. So you're walking, her fur is being stained with his blood, but you get him back, and your house would be the first thing that you guys hit because it's kind of out the edge. And as you're walking up, the door just flings open, and Frederick, your other dad, comes sprinting out, right?
Yes.
It's like, oh my God, what happened?
A large creature attacked Daddy. I don't know what happened.
Oh my dear. Oh, come inside. Come inside.
Yes, of course.
And then like he's like not even like acknowledging the fact that there's a giant wolf yet because he's so freaked out.
Yeah.
But like he's like looking at it weird. And once they get inside, the wolf kind of kneels down and rolls to the side. You get him off, and the wolf just kind of stands up, walks past you both, goes to sit by the fire, and curls up. Oh, but he rolled an 18, so he has got bandages out, cutting, and it's like boom, he's good at
Papa,
this, right?
do it.
And so as he's getting your other dad stabilized, like, okay, Astrid,
Yes, Papa.
what happened, and what is that?
I wish I knew. I think it's a wolf. That's the starting place.
You think it's a wolf?
It might be snow as well.
Okay. Were you harmed? Were you hit?
No, I actually wasn't.
He's now like going for your
Oh,
hair and
Dad,
making sure
Papa,
you weren't injured.
oh, okay.
No, it's okay.
I'm okay. I think I don't know. We were hunting a moose, and I downed it, and it was really great. And I went to just follow some noises and look around while Daddy, took care of the moose. And I came back, and he was like this, and I killed the thing. Me and the snow wolf thing.
Yes.
Killed it, and so it's okay, and everyone's safe. But Dad was hurt.
This creature just helped you.
I believe it did, yes.
Okay, and he nods, and he is a devout follower, so he's not going to look a gift wolf in the mouth, right? And he continues to, bandage him up, and then, well, we should have tea, and makes everyone tea,
Of course.
puts a blanket around you,
Yeah.
sit by the fire, and your wolf, all right, listen, I have to report this to the mayor. Someone
Yes.
needs to know, so
Yes.
drink your tea, I'll return.
Always.
And he leaves and comes back about 15 minutes later. He's like, okay, well, we're just going to keep the wolf inside for right now. Yes.
What's wrong?
Well,
You're worried.
there's some concern. We got into quite an argument, actually, and
Did you punch him?
no.
He deserves a little bit
Yes.
of punching.
Alvaron's the hitter. I'm not a fighter.
I know.
I mean, I'd be bitchy, but I'm not going to strike him.
I know, Papa.
But listen, for now, let's just keep this between us.
Are they going to hurt the wolf?
I don't believe so, but let's just keep this between us.
Okay.
I'll make dinner.
All right.
And he goes up and he makes dinner. In about half an hour, your dad wakes up. He is hurt. Like it is a deep wound. It's been covered well. It's going to need sutures. Frederick's going to get to that. But for now, Frederick's just like made an onion soup and is, gently feeding him at his bed. It's like, I tell you to be more careful. There's no reason for the two of you to go hunting alone. And he's just like going, it's like, I know. Okay. I know.
Yeah, and I tell Alva and Dad, I say, you will never hear the end of it, ever.
And he just nods. And he looks over at the wolf and he was like, how hurt am I? Because there appears to be a wolf there.
I don't see a wolf. And I smile at Frederick.
And Frederick kind of nods back because he likes the joke. And he's like, listen, don't worry about it now. Get some rest. We'll talk about this in the morning. And it's getting kind of late, so it's about time for everyone to go to bed. Is there anything you want to do before you go to bed?
No, not really. I mean, dads are alive. That's what matters.
Perfect.
Yeah.
At the crack of dawn, there is just a loud banging at your door.
I feel like she is definitely like a, like Anna and Frozen, not like she's a sleeper inner, so she's not awake. It's very like sort of that sort of energy waking up. She's a slow riser.
Excellent.
For sure.
And then Frederick would have already been up. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Tidying.
Coffee
right?
at 5:30 in the morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's like, one moment. And he goes and he answers the door. And standing there is the mayor with his lieutenants. There's a couple more elves around them. And there's this human man, this 5'8", pale blonde hair, really pale skin, like not from this area, and these crystallized blue eyes, and he's holding a staff and wearing robes.
I might kind of come down, and I'm like, what's going on?
And then Frederick's like, well, what is this about? My husband is wounded, and it's been a very difficult day, and they're going back and forth for a while, but eventually, all right, and he takes a step back, and the four of them enter your home. The wolf looks up and growls, but doesn't do anything.
I note that so hard. I think I trust this wolf more than I trust these people
Fair.
At this point. I move closer to the wolf.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
I kind of inch my way over there.
Yeah, kind of like a reassuring
Yeah,
hand,
a little
right?
more on guard
Yeah.
than sleepy. I'm like, it's like waking me up quicker that these
Sure.
strange people are in my house.
Yeah,
That
once you're a giant wolf growl, that
Yeah.
will kind of pop you awake. It's
yeah,
better than
and
coffee.
that Dad let him in is strange.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
Your dad Frederick looks concerned and is looking towards you now. And he's like, my dear, just give them a moment. And the human steps forward and has a long staff made of ironwood. And at the tip of it is this pink crystal that begins to glow. And as he waves it towards you, it glows brighter. And you hear Frederick gasp a little bit, and he's barely controlling tears.
Papa.
I am so sorry, my dear. I'm so sorry we didn't tell you everything. And then the man kind of gestures, and the two lieutenants walk towards you. Don't stop them, my dear. They'll just send more. We don't have a choice.
There's always a choice. What are you talking about, Papa?
We haven't told you everything about who you are. Just, could you give us a moment? And they nod and steps back, and
I'm ready
Frederick
to punch these bitches.
Frederick walks over to you. Your other dad is still out cold.
For sure.
And he just envelops you in a hug, and he's trembling. And the wolf kind of lets out a little whine, and he leans back. He's got you by the shoulders, and he's like, my dear, you were born from under the stars. You came to us with a star, a brilliant star that shot across the valley. Your father found you in the forest, fully born, a gift from the gods themselves. We didn't want to tell you, we didn't want to frighten you, we didn't want to scare you, but you are a demigod, and this just proves it.
I am your daughter. I'm nothing more.
And you always will be, always. You are the love and light of my life, and you will never be anything else. But you are also a creature of divinity. You were born from the heavens, my child.
Sounds very unrealistic.
Yes, it does. And he's crying fully now. He's like tears are rolling down his cheeks. It sounds absurd, but the wolf, the lights, how we found you, this is a seeker, and points towards the human. They are sent from the temple of Udea to scour the lands and find those like you who were born from the gods.
That sounds barbaric to take people from their families. I don't want to leave you.
If you do not, others will be sent, and they will kill anyone in their way, including, and he gestures towards your other father, both of us, who would gladly die for you. But we will not be able to stop them.
That's horrific.
It is not a good system. Many things in life are not fair. But I can't stop this, and neither can you.
Can I ever come back?
Yes. Yes, you will go to the temple of Udea, and you will train. And should you train well, you will eventually be able to claim your divinity and your place in this world. And then you can return, and we can be a family for as long as you like.
Forever?
Forever. But you will be gone for some time, my dear, and we will not be able to visit you.
Why not?
The temple is exclusive and does not allow visitors.
What if I sneak out?
And then he laughs, and the man steps forward and he's like, you will not sneak out.
Oh, why were you listening? Who cares about you?
Well, it's not that big of a room.
I know, she's just mad at this guy.
You will not sneak out. You will not be leaving. You will leave with me now, and we will begin your training.
Who are you?
Oh, shit.
I have amnesia. I don't remember who I am.
My name is Roger. My name is Roger.
Well, I don't like you.
That does not matter.
And I look at what is the wolf feeling? What does she look like?
The wolf is like up on its feet and is glowering at Roger, but it's kind of like, all right, fine, like if we have to. And I suppose this is your wolf. And he leans down and places the staff near the wolf, and the wolf growls a bit, but the staff glows. It's like, all right.
She's not mine. She's independent,
Well, she is a part of you because she shares your divinity.
This is very strange.
And he softens for a moment. He's like, I know, my dear. Pat.
Oh, no.
I know.
I don't like you. Don't touch me.
Well, look, I know this is odd.
Yeah.
I know this is surprising.
Yes.
But you come with us, or others will be sent to kill you and your family.
Well, you literally give me no other choice.
I do not. That's kind of the point.
I hate this.
Oh, you'll grow to hate it more.
Do I pack, or am I just leaving?
Take what you need.
I'm in my PJs.
I'll give you time. Take what you need. Oh, tea. And Roger sits down at the table and starts casually drinking tea. See, the elves always have the finest teas. Lovely.
We grow them in our backyard.
Of course you do. You're such good with the plants. Now, pack up. Say your goodbyes. Perhaps wake your father up.
Yeah, I need to go say bye to my dad. Just wakes up and I'm gone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll go say goodbye to Alvarin.
So he's groggy, but he turns and he sees you and puts a very gentle hand on the back of your neck. Hello, my dear. You're unhurt.
I am not at all. I'm amazing in a fight, Dad. I didn't get hurt at all.
You always were. You did very well. I'm so proud of you.
You did too. I mean, other than the almost dying part.
Yes, that was unfortunate. But and he kind of moves his arm, and you just see the pain come over his face. But I've had worse. I'll be okay.
It's probably too soon to joke, right?
No, not with this dad. Alvaron's always up for
fun
a joke.
Dad,
yeah,
fun dad.
Exactly. Exactly. Frederick is concerned dad. Alvaron's fun dad.
Fun dad, yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Dad, something stupid's happened.
I know. I've been listening.
Oh, look at you.
Well, he was like, he was, and you see off to his side, like he's got a sword in the bed, right? So he was ready, and he kind of like, tucks it back under, and he's like, I've been listening, and I wish to give you something before you leave. Under the bed, get the carved box that I've told you to never open. Pull it out.
I'm now realizing a lot of my life's been very vague, including this box, and I like pull the box out.
Excellent. Open it. I really can't.
Yeah. Is it just open?
Yeah,
it's
just open. It's
okay.
It's not locked. They trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I open it up.
So you open it up, and inside are a pair of beautiful swords, just gorgeous with like these moon and sun patterns. I believe that's what it was, moon and sun, right? Yeah, these like moon and sun patterns carved into the into the hilt in this glimmering metal that almost looks like white gold. And as you pick them up, they like feel perfectly balanced, and they glow ever so slightly with magic. This was always going to be yours. They belonged to my father and his father before them. They were forged from the first trees, in the fires of the first trees, and with the first metals of the elves. They will help you on your journey. Take them with my blessing.
And I jump on him with a hug before realizing he's sorry.
I love you so much, my dear. I would change nothing.
Thank you.
I want you to remember us and know that we will always be here. I am your sun, and Frederick is your moon, and we shall be with you in all times, forever.
I'll be back soon, Dad.
Yes, you will.
You don't have to be so dramatic.
Be strong, my dear. Be well, and come home.
Anytime.
And he just kind of like his eyes flutter a bit, and he lays back. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so
No, rest.
And
Is there like a wet
he's
rag near?
totally.
And I put it on his forehead.
Yeah, he's not running a fever, thank goodness, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's definitely like exhausted.
Yeah.
So, you do that. You hear a cup hit a saucer. He's like, I believe I can do one more. We are packing, dear, aren't we?
Yep, just 5 more minutes. Through
All right.
gritted teeth. She totally hates this dude.
He's like, so Frederick, tell me about your quaint little village. And Frederick is just like giving him bitch energy right back, but
Yes.
but being nice because
He could kill.
because you got to go
us.
with her. Exactly, yeah. And so 5 minutes later, you're packed up and ready to go.
I put my old swords on my bed and put my new swords in my sheaths.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Frederick, just eyes red at this point, runs up, just gives you a big, huge hug, kisses you on the cheek, and is like, we could never be prouder of you. And I am sure that you are going to give them one hell of a fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Come back to us, my dear. I will take care of your father.
Please.
He nods, and the gentleman stands up. Roger, as we've decided to call
Roger.
him. Roger stands up,
Classic
drains
Roger.
the last of his cup. That was lovely. All right, my dear. Let's go.
I scowl at him so hard.
The wolf does too. Like
Yes.
both you and the wolf are just staring anger at him.
Daggers. She doesn't dislike many people, but she dislikes this guy.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And you guys walk out the front door, and in the clearing in front of you is an airship. And you've never, like about 500 feet down is a kind of small airship, but it's an airship. And you've heard of them, but you've never seen one before. And it's like the props at the side are gently spinning, and there's this large central area clearly filled with some sort of air. And the front entrance, like the front ramp is like lowered and biting into the snow. There's several men around it that are dressed in the same colors and robes that the other one is, and they've like tied down ropes to keep it in place, and just gestures towards it. Ever flown before, my dear?
No, I've climbed mountains, but that's not at all the same thing.
No, it's not. Let's go. He walks you onto the airship. He towards the men around it. They start pulling up. They start to cut ropes and roll them back in. They all join you inside like this large area where there's some seats and some tables, and then the ramp is winched up and it takes off. There's a couple portholes next to you where you can just see your village slowly falling away beneath you as the ship rises, turns, and begins to head south. We're going to stop right there.
Alrighty.
Excellent.